Rich Risings. Hey, y'all. I had such a busy day, but I'm so happy I made it. ATL in the building, New York. Okay, period. Arkansas. I'm ready, thank you. Hello, everyone. Dallas. Leaving for PDC, Mexico. Ooh, I love that for you. You headed to Mexico? That's gonna be nice. Okay, congratulations. Congratulations, love. Okay, let me find my notes, okay? Because literally. Okay, it's not that. Trying to find my notes. Yes, ma'am. How everybody feeling? How is everyone feeling? Okay, here we go. I got my notes, y'all. I was in Thailand, but family too far. Oh, so it's okay. So you was too far away from family? So that's why you decided. I'm doing great, thank you. So is that why you decided to return? Japan in the building. Hello. Hey, love. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I didn't get to finish my food. This is crazy. I literally was rushing to get back here to do this live stream. Make sure I ain't got nothing on my lip. Hey, love. How are you, Sophia? So as you guys can see, today's live stream is going to be about the real truth and the challenges of living abroad, okay? So we're going to unpack that today. I'm sure it's a lot of people in here who plan on moving abroad, or you already got out. So this is for everyone. This is for everybody trying to get out. I get it. Going back after some crime. Oh, okay. So I myself have dealt with many challenges living abroad. And I feel like on this journey, it's very glorified in a way that's not, like, people aren't real about their experiences and the things that they face living abroad, right? So I feel that it's very important to discuss and unpack these things. A lot of people pretend to live abroad and life is perfect. But that's not, no. I'm going to give y'all a story time about my own personal experience here in Thailand. And then we're going to unpack how to navigate these challenges. It's so many different things that you can go through. You can go through just not being comfortable, not being content, not getting along with the locals, not being able to read things when you go purchase things in public, like at the grocery store or whatever. You know, like, this journey is just not easy. So I wanted to make sure that I dedicated a live stream and an episode specifically to this, so that people can understand that this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give up on that country or on the journey. Hold on. I didn't know I spilled. Hold on. I didn't know I spilled this. I felt something. I was like, what in the world? That doesn't mean that you have to give up on the journey. It just means that you having some fucking challenges, okay? And you gonna have some challenges. When you move from your native country and you move to another country, you're literally swapping out one set of challenges for another set of challenges. And that's what people need to realize. There is no perfect country. There is no perfect location. You're going to always have challenges wherever you go. Let's begin. Now, y'all know I always make notes. I love making notes because I got to stay on point about what it is that we talking about, okay? I have to stay on point. And this is how I stay on point with my notes. So, first things first, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you are not already, click the follow. Follow. If you haven't already, go to the bio. Follow our podcast. Make sure you engage. Any questions that you may have on this live, you can drop them below, okay? So this live is going to be about me sharing real experiences and challenges and triumphs, so you're prepared for the journey and not blindsided by what this lifestyle is. People on social media have lied to y'all. They always lying. They would never be real with you about the challenges that they're facing, because everybody wants to make this journey look fucking cool or good. Like, oh, only I can do this, or I'm just having such a beautiful experience. Even people who you meet who have had the best experiences have still came into some kind of challenges living abroad. They can pretend all they want to like this shit is perfect. It is not. That is a lie. And that's what we're going to touch on. Colorado in the building. Welcome in, Steve. Nice to see you, love. So I want to give y'all a short story time. But before the story time, this live isn't to scare y'all, okay? It's to empower you, because once you know what to expect, you can thrive. So this live is only to inspire you. It's not to scare anybody. So I'm going to start off by sharing my own personal experience and a challenge that I had this week. This week, I had a really big challenge with immigration. Okay? I live in Thailand. I've been in Thailand for almost 6 months. Well, about 6 months now. And when I got here, I wasn't sure on what type of visa that I wanted to obtain. So I immediately was like, okay, I want to learn the language, because when I first got here, I wanted to start a business here. That was my plans when I first got here. Well, after having some different experiences, I changed my mind and decided to not start the business here, okay? I still stuck with that visa, though. So the visa that I chose to obtain is a student visa. I'm not going to say that I regret getting that visa, but I do feel as though I should have chose a different visa. I probably should have chose the digital nomad visa, but I didn't. I chose a student visa. So let's speed it up. Disclaimer. There are certain things that you can and can't say living in Thailand, okay? It's freedom of speech, but to an extent. You have to be careful with certain things that you say in Thailand, because you can be fined and put in jail if you say certain things that speaks against the country, the king and queen, so on and so forth. So a lot of things I can't disclose right now. I'm going to be talking in code. I need y'all to just follow me, all right? Also, I am doing a documentary, so when I leave Thailand, I will then put the documentary out, and it's going to entail everything, no sugarcoating. But right now, I have to be very careful with how I word everything, right? Because there is certain things that you just can't speak on. So I chose the student visa. I started attending school. One thing that I want y'all to know, do not get into a school or sign up for an education visa with a school unless you know for sure that this is a good fucking school. You need to be looking at reviews. You need to be talking to people who attends this school or who attended this school. The easiest way to find that out, get your ass on TikTok. Get on TikTok, type in the school, and plenty of people are going to pop up. And you need to be reaching out to these people. Hey, love, I'm interested in attending this school. Could you give me more information? You need to know everything that you need to know before you sign up for a student visa. Now, in Thailand, there are different types of student visas that you can obtain. You can get a Muay Thai visa. You can do cooking. You can do yoga. You can do language. There are different types of visas that you can obtain. Next thing, I was not aware of the stipulations of the visa. So on a student visa, it gives you 1 year in Thailand. Within that 1 year, you have to, okay, how can I say? You have to extend the visa 3 times. Okay? So you pay for school. My school was about $800-900 for the year for the tuition. And then I obviously had to pay for the visas. The visas was $80 each. Remember, I have children, y'all. So I'm paying 80 times 4, right? After that, every 90 days, when you extend the visa, you have to pay 1,900 baht. Okay? That's what you have to do. So I'm paying $7,500 baht every 90 days because I have 3 children. So with that being said, I did not know that the stipulations of this visa was so serious until I took my ass to immigration last week, okay? So I'm going to tell y'all what happened. I went to immigration and I gave them the paperwork. They told me that they did not have all of the proper paperwork. So I had to contact my school and say, hey, immigration said I'm missing some paperwork. Okay, my school sent the paperwork through Grab. So when I went back in, I was tested. I was given a test. I never knew that I was going to have to take a test, y'all. I failed the test 6 times. Do y'all hear me? 6 times. And they would not extend my visa. They kept telling me that you have to pass the test. Mind you, the test that they gave me was from what my school was teaching me those 2 months since I had been in school. I only been in school 2 months. So I can speak a little Thai, but I cannot speak Nit Noi, okay? Lao Pu Pasatai Dai Nit Noi Ka. You'll hear me say that a lot. I'm pretty much saying to you that I speak little Thai. Nit Noi. Okay, Nit Noi. So I had to pass this test. And immigration do not play. I literally kept telling them, like, okay, my visa is going to expire soon. What's going to happen? They're like, we don't care. You got to pass this test. If you don't pass the test, we're not extending the visa. I was stressed out, y'all. I swear to you, I was so stressed out because, mind you, immigration is packed. I'm sitting outside. My kids are hot. My kids are crying. They're hungry. They're arguing at this point because they're like, Mommy, we're ready to go. I was at immigration from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay? And immigration did not play with me. They were hard on my ass. So it took me 6 different times. So I went 2 different days. Both days they turned me down. And I was kind of getting overwhelmed because I'm like, okay. They're like, we're giving you 4 days to study. Come back in 4 days, retake the test. Okay. I studied for 4 days, but y'all, you're not about to learn all of this information and be able to speak in Thai in 4 days. I had 4 days. Okay. I took those 4 days. I studied. Tuesday was the day I had to go back. This was my 3rd time going back to immigration after being denied those 2 days. I go back. Yes, y'all. I go back. They retest me. I fail again. I failed again. Because of the fact that, mind you, immigration is loud. So it's people everywhere. Then you got this TV that's shouting out the numbers of the people who needs to come up to the window. So at this point, it's loud. They're testing me. I'm asking her, can you speak louder? No. Answer my question. And I had to answer that question in Thai. I kept failing, y'all. I kept failing the test. They kept denying me because, remember, they will not extend the visa if I did not pass the test. Okay. This was like the 5th time from the 6th. I do fairly well, right? She says, okay, the last thing that you have to do is you have to introduce yourself and you have to do an introduction in Thai. Okay? Chanchu, Ili, Chan My Jock America, okay? Chan My Luke, Sam, Kunchu, name my kids' names, Rian, some other things. I'm saying back to y'all what I had to say. And after that, she passed me. Okay, she passed me. She has me come up to the window. She takes my money. I sit for another 3-4 hours before they stamp our passports and sent me on my way. And that was the hardest, most challenging experience that I have had since living abroad. And this is why I do what I do. I go through, and I really believe that God puts me through these things so I can be here to teach y'all. I need to be able to share this information with y'all. Y'all would not know that this happens if I wasn't here to share it. So this is why I do what I do, because I got to share the information. Because a lot of people, they not sharing this information. They're not telling you what this entails. If you come to Thailand, think twice before getting on the student visa. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm saying that there are requirements that they going to be on your ass about. And if you're not willing to keep up with that shit, it's going to be hard for you. Just like for me. It was very hard, y'all. I'm being transparent because I love y'all and I'm raw. I wanted to give up. I was thinking in my head, fuck this shit. I'm about to go back to America. This is what I was thinking. Because I'm being transparent and I'm being real with y'all on the challenges that happens. You're in a foreign country. I ain't had no family. I ain't had nobody to call, nobody to cry to. I just knew that if I wanted to stay and if I didn't want to be deported, I had to pass that test. I had 1 hour to pass that test. It wasn't easy. My kids is sitting there with me. They upset. They ready to go 6 to 6. Imagine being somewhere from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You're going to be tired. That's a damn shift. So, with that being said, that was very discouraging for me. It made me second guess myself and my decision on Thailand. It made me ask myself, did I make the right decision? These are the questions that we're all going to have. I don't give a fuck how much people try to portray that this is the perfect, easiest journey. No, it is not. If you are not wired a certain way, if you're not built for it tough, you going to go back home. Because you're going to go through so many different things that's going to make you question if this is even really what you want. So if you are watching right now, before you get up and leave your country, some things might be going on that you don't like. But are you willing to swap out those challenges for a different set of challenges? Your food might be poison. They might not be paying you good over there. But you might come here and immigration is on your ass. What y'all got to remember, you're an immigrant. You're a foreigner. So they give no breaks. Exactly. And I had to give myself grace for that. Simply, I had to give myself grace for that because I do got kids. I'm doing this shit with kids. So it was very hard for me. I was very sad. I was very upset. I was very overwhelmed. And I just kept talking to God like, I know you're not going to bring me here to put me through this if I wasn't supposed to grow through this. So that was my challenge this week. And before I had this challenge, I had already planned to do this live stream. I planned to do a live stream on challenges before this even happened. I didn't even know that I was going to grow through this. But you see how God works? I had to grow through that so that I can come back and share this information with y'all. Be fucking careful with the visas that you choose. You are an immigrant. Most countries, they don't really have laws that supports immigrants. Yeah, it's many challenges. It's many challenges. But that's my point of the live. I'm just sharing my own personal big challenge. I've had more challenges than that. I've had more challenges than that. But this is not about me. This is about challenges. I was just giving that example because this is something that just happened to me 2 days ago. This just happened to me 2 days ago. And I wanted to give up. I did. I wanted to give up. I was like, fuck this shit. I was like, do I even really like Thailand? But then I talked to my kids and my kids were like, Mommy, we love Thailand. We don't want to leave. I was on my phone looking at the next country I was going to go to because I was fed up. I was fed the fuck up. Thanks for sharing and being transparent. I was thinking about moving to Thailand by myself. I think you still should. Look into the visa. Look into a visa that best suits you. What a testimony. No testimonial without a test. You see what I'm saying? It was a test. I had to grow through that. I had to experience that so I can come back and share with y'all. So now let's go into the live, okay? Let's go into the blueprint of the live. Section 1, everyday challenges abroad, okay? So, first things first that I want to talk about, one first struggle. What a situation to be in. Man, it was, listen, Kai, I'm going to call you Kai because I don't really know how to pronounce your name. That was so challenging for me. I'm surprised that I'm sitting here. I was so overwhelmed. My brain was hurting. I couldn't even eat. I couldn't do anything because I just felt so discouraged. I felt like the odds were against me. I felt like I had no support. It's just me and my kids. And I have 2 friends that I can say that are American, 2 amazing women that I am friends with here that I love that did support me. Okay, shout out to them. Now, section 1, everyday challenges abroad. We're going to start with transportation. Figuring out what's the safest and most affordable, avoiding scams and confusion with local taxis. I know in Thailand it's a thing that you probably shouldn't do taxis. Grab is like the most easiest, most convenient transportation, but this is one of the challenges that people have when they live abroad. So here's my take, my advice. Before you decide on a country, you need to figure out what their means of transportation is, okay? Meaning, you need to figure out, do they have buses? Do they have Grab? Do they have Lyft? Do they have taxis? Do they have personal transportation? What type of transportation do they offer? If they do have transportation through apps, you need to be downloading these apps and looking at what it entails, okay? What type of cards you can hook up to these apps and just how you're going to be navigating that country. How are you going to get around? I know some people prefer walkable countries. I know that like Albania and a few other countries, they have where it's like walkable, where you can get around from walking. But you can kind of get around from walking in certain areas in Thailand. But for the most part, I use Grab to get everywhere. That's how I get around Thailand. So transportation is one of the biggest key things to everyday challenges that can come up against you that you're trying to figure out. So that's the first thing. Transportation. Y'all need to be thinking about transportation before you even pick which city. Once you pick the country, you need to realize, okay, I want to go to this city because it's walkable. Okay, I want to go to this city because they have Grab. Okay, I want to go to this city because they have a public bus. You need to be figuring that out. You need to have that together. You need to know which city, based on the one that you choose, is convenient for transportation, okay? Because I'm telling y'all, you do not think that it will be a challenge until it is a challenge. We don't think that none of these things will be challenges until we're actually in those shoes and you're having that challenge. You're having that obstacle, okay? So like I said, look for different apps that offer transportation, okay? That's very important. And also look into drivers. This is a thing. In Thailand, it's very easy to find a personal driver. I have so many drivers. So if I can't get a ride on Grab, I could just call one of my friends that drive and say, hey, such and such, can you come get me? And they're going to be like, yeah, girl, I can come get you. So look into personal drivers as well. What do your kids love about Thailand? I don't know. We will have to ask them that. They love a lot of different things. I will have to ask them that question for you. May I ask what city you're in? I live in Chiang Mai. So that's that. So next is going to be food and grocery shopping. Now this is a big one. This is a big one, okay? Struggles. Not understanding labels. Accidentally buying the wrong thing. And frustration with lack of familiar products. I'm going to tell you this. If you want American products, you are going to pay more money. So when I first came here, I ain't going to lie. I'm heavy on the Western. I'm definitely much so a Western. I got to have certain products. I'm sorry. I can try to switch them out over a period of time. But when I first got here, I was like, hell no, I'm sticking to my regular products. Did I have to pay extra money? Yes, I did. Absolutely. So be prepared to go into the store and be confused. Go in with your translator. Go in with your translator. Be prepared to translate products. Because going into a store where you can't read shit can be traumatizing. When I first got here, grocery shopping was very hard for me, okay? It was very, very hard for me. And it was hard for me because I couldn't read none of the labels. So I had to learn to go to the market at a certain time when there's not a lot of people there. And to already have my translator out so that I know when I'm reading. Yes, absolutely. Milk. Hey, love. I would say milk. I'm trying to think of what else. Sour cream, yogurt, seasoning. And when I say milk, like I said, I'm talking almond milk because we don't drink cow milk, but we drink almond milk, and they have different kinds. But when I first got here, I was like, I've never heard of these. I'm sticking to what I know. So a lot of like condiments, dairy products, things like that, I kept the same. Because, hey love, what country are you in? I live in Thailand. So things like ketchup, mustard, things like that, you want to keep the same. Now, you can be open to swapping out, but get a small amount. Don't get a big thing of something that you never had before, because a lot of the things here, they taste totally different because they don't put the preservatives in it. Did you visit Thailand before you moved there? No, I did not. Nope, I did not visit first. So yeah, a lot of the foods and the things that you buy is going to taste different. But I was happy to find some of my seasonings and certain things that I was used to, like crackers, certain type of sauces, things like that I kept the same. Bread, meat, all of that will have to be different. You're going to have to be open-minded to buying a meat you never seen. But what I love about Thailand, most of their meat is imported from Australia. And Australia has good meat, y'all. They got good meat. Let's clap it up for them. I tell you what, they got some good fucking meat, okay? And at first, when I started eating their meat, I was like, wow, I really like the quality of their meat. So certain things like that, you got to swap out. And like ramen noodles. Back home, we didn't eat ramen noodles. We eat ramen noodles here because noodles is a thing. This is an Asian country. So it's a lot of noodle eating going on. A lot of rice, a lot of noodle eating going on. Their ketchup has real sugar. Now, oh yeah, I know. It definitely does. And my kids love it. So that was some of the items that I kept the same. But my advice for shopping, grocery shopping, try to find local places that you can go to get like fruits and stuff like that. And try to find stores that's cheaper. So compare the prices. Don't go with the store and stick to it. Like for an example, out here Tops is expensive. That's like a popular store here, but it's expensive. Tops reminds me of like I want to say like Aldi's, or it's another store. I can't remember the name of it. But that's what Tops remind me of. Tops is kind of bougie. But Tops is expensive, but Tops has a lot of Western alternatives. So if you do not want to eat or buy any of the products here, they have the alternatives, but they are pricey. So my advice for shopping and grocery shopping in a new country, try different stores, compare prices. Don't just stick to one market. Unless you're super comfortable with that market, then stick to it. Fine. If you feel comfortable and you need that familiarity, I get it. I respect it. Stick to that. But what I found is try different stores and compare prices, and then you can find a store that's cheaper. My favorite store is Big C. If y'all know nothing about Thailand, get your ass over here in Thailand and you will see what I mean about Big C. Now, Big C do kind of be slacking on the fruit sometimes. But Big C is my spot. And the reason why I love Big C is because Big C reminds me of a Walmart in the States. Okay? They remind me of a Walmart. They have everything. They have clothes. They have things for school, paper, pencils. They have groceries. They have an area for deodorant, toothpaste, toiletries. They also sell rice cookers, microwaves, beds, pillows. Big C is a one-stop shop in Thailand. If you ever move to Thailand and you need a one-stop shop, Big C is it. That's where I shop. Yeah, in Ireland, their beef and butter is top tier. Yeah, that's how I feel about the butter here. I really love it. So next, guys, like I said, learning key food words in the language. If you have like a certain type of food that you really love, learn how it's spelled and what the word is in that language so you can find it. Also, discover local markets. Try to find local markets. Local markets is always the best way to go, okay? As far as like fruits and stuff. And then also finding healthy swamps and embracing new flavors. If you got to switch something out for something else, y'all be open to that, okay? So next, we're going to move on to the biggest language barriers. So difficulty with daily tasks like ordering food, asking for directions, dealing with officials can be very, very hard. Now, this is the reason why I chose to go to language school. Because I knew I wanted to live in Thailand and I wanted to be able to understand the people and they understand me. I don't feel that it's smart to be in a country and you don't know what the fuck they talking about. I encourage everybody that's watching live and that's going to watch the replay, you need to know the basics. You need to know yes, no, hi, bye, thank you, please, bathroom, help me. Okay? Which way do I go? What is this? How much? In Thailand, it's good to know how to ask for a deal, how to ask for a lesser price. Things like this you need to know. Even if you don't know the language entirely or if you can't speak it fluently, you need to know the basics. Language barriers can be so annoying, especially when you're dealing with stuff like business. I feel like I dealt with language barriers whenever it was time for me to spend some money. That used to piss me off. Whenever it was time for me to spend my money, that's when I was having issues with being understood and people understanding me. So that's another one. Language barriers. Okay? So it's best to use a translator app. If you really, really want to learn the language, go to language school. That's fine, like I did. But make sure that you look into the requirements of that visa and of that school. Also, practicing small phrases daily. When I get a chance, I'm going to put together a quick little guide that's going to be on my Moving Abroad to Thailand page for people who are moving to Thailand. Just so that you guys can know the basics. That's very important. Also, if you don't learn from nobody, get you something in your notes that you can put language, whatever. And every day you learn a new word, you add it in your notes. And when it's time to communicate, you can say these words. Start practicing these words. When you go to a country, get you some friends that's from the country. I know y'all always want to run to other Americans, which that's fine. You can have American friends, but you should have you at least 2 to 3 friends that is native to that country, that speaks English as well, that you can become friends with and you can ask some questions. You need somebody that knows what's going on in that country that's not American. And they can help you also with your language, okay? Okay. Next, we're going to go into immigration. Struggles, visa renewals, 90-day reports, paperwork, stress, hitting fees. The best way to overcome that is building some kind of relationship at immigration. Them being familiar with you. Do not be scared or feel weird to ask questions, y'all. A lot of y'all want to go to these countries and you're in these countries, but you don't know where to go or who to ask questions. You need to be asking all the questions that you need to ask. And if you got to go to the immigration office to ask those questions, ask those fucking questions. Because let's say you got some confusion about your visa and then you look up and your visa is expiring, now you're getting ready to be deported. So if you don't understand something about the requirements of your visa, you need to go ask questions about the visa. Because sometimes the visas can be confusing, and sometimes they change laws. So whenever you go for your extension or whatever you're doing at immigration, don't be afraid to ask questions just to get some clarity on what it is that you really need, okay? Next is budgeting and finances. Some struggles. ATM withdrawal fees, which they charge like $6, $7 for you to get money out the ATM. Limits, exchange rates, banking issues, cards not working abroad. So, the best way to deal with that is make sure your bank is aware that you're going abroad. If they are not aware, then at least make sure that you have an international bank. Some of y'all got credit unions and banks that's not international. So you will go abroad and try to use the card and it won't work. You need to be making sure the bank that you're banking with is international, which means that you can use that card at the ATM or you can use that card to make purchases, okay? With the fees, with the exchange fees, it's best to get apps like Revolt and Wise. I also mentioned this on my last live stream because I want you guys to get very familiar with these and use them. Revolt and Wise. WISEREVOULT. These are two apps that you can use where you do not have to pay these big ass exchange rate fees. You will be charged, but the fees will be a lot cheaper than the typical fees, okay? So also, making sure you do that. If you get a visa that allows you to open up a bank, I want you to think first if that is what you really want to do. You don't know nothing about these countries or how their government works with banking. So do your research before you're quick to open up a bank account in a country. Opening up a bank account will be a great way to go if you know you like want to live there and you're locking in. But what I'm saying is make sure you do your full research before you open up a bank account. Because there has been a lot of things going on with people here in Thailand who has opened up bank accounts. Many foreigners' bank accounts has been closed. I still don't have a bank account. I use Wise to pay my rent. I use Wise to get my nails done. I use Wise for my lashes. I use Wise when I'm dealing with like big transactions. And then I go to the ATM seldomly, right? And then I take money out and I keep money on me sometimes, just in case I have to pay in baht. But like I said, make sure you have one of those apps set up so that if you do decide to use your card, you're not paying all these high ass fees, okay? Next is gonna be separating your savings versus your spending. When you live abroad, your first couple months, you need to be keeping track on what you're spending based on what you're saving. There are plenty apps that can help you keep your finances in order. The reason why this is important, because you need to know how much money that you need to keep monthly. You need to know what the cost of living is and what you're paying monthly. Because you never want to have a run-in where you don't have enough money for what you need it for. Because you don't even know what you're paying because you're not keeping up with your finances. So that's important. Okay? Anybody got any questions for me? Any questions? Man, I am starving. Okay, we're going to move on to adjusting lifestyle. Culture shocks. If you have kids adjusting and feeling homesick. So the best thing for you to do when you first move or travel abroad is to create a routine. You need to have a routine every day. You need to have a routine of what you're going to be doing. Don't just get there, drop your ass in that country, and you don't have a plan on what you're going to be doing every day. You need a routine. Rather it's going to the gym, rather it's walking, rather it's journaling, rather it's family activities. If you have a family, have something planned every weekend, every other weekend. Just whatever it is, finding community, right? Finding people that's like-minded, connecting with them. But it's very, very important for you to create a routine when you live abroad. This is going to help you get comfortable. Like, I have a routine. I go to school 4 days a week. I work out 3 days a week. My kids have Muay Thai. My other son has football. And then also I'm doing my live streams every Thursday. I'm dropping my podcast every Thursday. I'm showing up online, right? On top of me attending school. I also have a tutor. I meet with my tutor 2 days a week. That's outside of school, totally separate. So I'm doing a lot of different things. Outside of that, I'm meditating, I'm journaling, I'm mapping out my life for my next country, and I'm getting things prepared for my life. I'm always planning on my next move. So it's very important to have a routine. Plan, y'all. Plan, okay? All right, now section 2 is mindset keys. Don't move in panic. Fear creates poor choices. Plan with wisdom. Identity shift. The person you were at home is not the same person who thrives abroad. You're not going to be the same person that you were in a new country. Next, flexibility is power. If you can adapt, you can survive anywhere. Next, find your tribe. Build a circle of expats plus locals that can support you in your journey. Okay? I'm going to say those again. It's four keys for mindset. Okay? Don't move in panic. Fear creates poor choices. Plan with wisdom. Identity shift. The person you were at home is not the same person who you will be when you move abroad. You're not going to be the same person. You are going to change into a completely different person. You are going to look unfamiliar to yourself, so much to the point where it's going to be scary. Moving abroad is going to change you. It's going to change every fiber in your being. You are going to be unfamiliar to your friends and your family. Some people may even stop talking to you. You may fall off and disconnect from some people because you're different now and they don't know how to connect and reach you because you're different. Next is going to be flexibility is power. If you can adapt, you can survive anywhere. You have to be fucking adaptable. You have to be adaptable. And this is anywhere. This is even in your native country. You got to be adaptable to your experiences. You have to be adaptable to everything that you grow through. You got to be able to grow through it and process it properly. Okay? Last but not least, find your tribe. Build a circle of expats or connect with locals. If you are the type of person that feel like you want to connect with people that look like you, find other people that look like you. Get on Facebook, get in some groups, find some people that's there, boots on the ground, and connect with them. Become friends. Reach out. Hey, I'm such and such. I live in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I would love to connect with you and hang out. Boom. Section 3, practical solution and tips. Okay, so I mentioned before about the transportation apps, downloading them before you arrive. Next, bank strategy. Okay, Wise, PayPal, and backup USD cards. You need to have different. Okay, so you can use your Cash App card. You can use your PayPal card. You can use all these different type of cards when you make your transactions if you don't have any money. So make sure you have different cards that you can use just in case you're ever in a situation where you're using a card and it don't work. You just never know. Next is going to be a grocery hack. Take photos of labels. Use Google Translate camera mode. And this can help you understand what it is you're reading, what it is you're looking at, and if you want to purchase this product. Budget tip. Set aside an unexpected fund. You need to have money put to the side just in case for a rainy day. $20 here, $50 here, $100 here. Have you at least $500 to $1,000 set to the side just in case for emergency. And I'm not saying bad things are going to happen, but I'm saying that it's smart to be prepared. Okay? It's very, very smart to be prepared because you never know what can happen. What the hell? This damn, whatever this is, damn net. I'm like, I knew something was near me. And I don't know how the hell they even got in here. I hate nets. What the hell? Damn. I'm dropping shit. Sorry, y'all. That just distracted me. I don't like nets. That distracted me. Sorry. But yeah, having those unexpected funds. Okay? I'm doing the most. I'm dropping shit, poking myself in the eye. The next thing is going to be, if you have children, kid adjustment. So school, sports, expat groups, it's very important to get your kids connected to another group of kids. Y'all know that it's an adjustment for kids. It's hard on them. I know you probably thinking as an adult that it's only about you, but when you have children and you move abroad, you have to have community for your children as well. It's not just about you. So you need to find kids that your kids can play with and that they can connect with and vibe with, that can give them that familiarity of home. Because imagine being a kid and you move to another country with your parents, but you don't have anybody around that you can play with. That can be tough on that kid. Definitely finding sports and activities for your children. That's another one. Look up different things that your kids can do. Do you want them to play sports? Do you want them to swim? Do you want them to play basketball? Do you want them to do dance? Like, what do you want them to do? And then as far as schooling, decide if you want to do an international school or if you want to homeschool like myself, okay? So now I'm going to open the floor up because that's pretty simple. Today is really simple. I want to know what challenges are you worried about? If you're watching and you're thinking about moving abroad, what challenges are you worried about facing? And I can answer those questions and we can talk about it and unpack it. So if you plan on moving or traveling abroad and you're watching, what are some challenges that you are worried about that you might face or that you could face? I was so hungry. I rushed here for this live stream, and I didn't even get to eat. Anybody got any questions that's watching? No questions? If you guys don't have any questions, that's totally fine. I can go into my closing. If y'all don't have any questions, I can go into my closing. So an affirmation that I want to give you guys is challenges don't mean stop. They mean grow. Every problem abroad turned me into a stronger, wiser version of myself, and it will do the same for you. I want to say that again. This is an affirmation. Challenges don't mean stop. They mean grow. Every problem abroad turned me into a stronger, wiser version of myself, and it will do the same for you. If you're deciding on living abroad or traveling abroad, or maybe you already live abroad, you cannot let the challenges and the things you experience break you, because you're going to have challenges. Even if you stay home in your native country, you're going to go through things there. No matter where you go in life, you're going to grow through things. And you just got to allow yourself to be okay with it and understand how strong you are. Face these obstacles. Face them. Don't run from them. Just face them. It's okay. Everybody that's on this live right now is dealing with something. None of us are perfect. None of our lives is perfect. All of us are facing something. But you know what? It's not what you grow through. It's how you grow through it. It's how you respond. It's how you show up. And I know a lot of times we feel defeated. We feel sad. We feel broken. But you got to remember that if you were not fit to grow through that, you wouldn't be going through it. If God knew that it would break you and take you out of this world, you wouldn't be going through it. You were chosen to grow through that for a reason, because God knew that it would not only build your character, but make you resilient. And you would gain wisdom that you can share with another person that's probably facing the same thing. We all go through shit, y'all. Everybody in this world is dealing with something. You're not running from one country to go to another country. That's not how this shit works. You're swapping out one set of challenges for another set of challenges. You're going to still grow through things, but it's just going to be different. You're still going to face challenges, but they're going to be different challenges. And the best part about it all is that every time you overcome a challenge, you get stronger. You get stronger. And then when other things come your way and when other trials and tribulations come against you, you have that muscle memory, that wisdom of, oh, I made it through this. I can make it through this. This is not an easy journey. So before you decide to book your plane ticket, pack your bags, and say, oh, I'm moving to another country, I want everybody to get rid of the mindset that I am running away from anything, because you are not running from shit. If anything, you running away from yourself to meet yourself in another country. Because you're going to meet yourself again over here. You leave your country and you can think you running, baby. You ain't running no fucking where. Because guess what? You're going to smack right into yourself in that other country. You're always going to have to face you at the end of the day. Okay? And that's why I do what I do. I want to build stronger minds, stronger people. Y'all see the rate is high right now. A lot of people is ending it because they can't take it. They don't want to take it. They're going through a lot. My job is to build mentally strong people, resilient people, strong minds. Okay, so I got 2 questions. I didn't even know y'all was giving me questions, okay? Because y'all could have dropped them in the chat. But I am worried about how my kids will cope with racism. Okay, so when you say that, what country are you thinking about going to? And what is your worries about it? Like, okay, you said that you're worried about them dealing with racism. But what is the specific worry of the racism? Like, in what way? You don't want them to experience stares. You don't want them to experience feeling different. Like, give me the details on you know, you being worried about it. Give me the details of that. Hello, are you able to see the comments? Because we are asking questions. Oh, no, I can't see the comments. Maybe it's, and that's weird. No, I can't see. No, I can't see. Oh, you know what? Okay, y'all, my bad. My screen, thank you for whoever did that. My screen was not showing me. I had to scroll all the way to the bottom. I am so sorry, loves. My apologies. Y'all know that I would never ignore y'all. Let me go back up. Sorry. My apologies. I'm so sorry. Damn it, y'all been engaging this whole time. And I didn't even know that y'all... Fuck. I'm so sorry, y'all. Damn. Do you regret moving without a visa first? No, I don't. I did it perfect. Because I came to scout. I came to pretty much scout. I was supposed to only be scouting Costa Rica, Thailand, Bali, Indonesia. But when I came to Thailand, I fell in love with Thailand, so I stuck with Thailand. But I was scouting. I can't wait to have my one-on-one with you. I can't wait either. I'm looking forward to it. Can I connect with you off live? Because I'm considering moving to Thailand. It's one of my top countries, but I'm kind of nervous. You absolutely can. If you want to book a call with me, click the link in my bio and book a personal one-on-one with me. And we definitely can connect. How do you figure out how much rent is going to be? Well, when you're looking for houses in Thailand, you have an agent. So you're not doing it by yourself. Your agent is going to tell you the prices. Now, other countries, it goes different. I'm sure there's agents there as well, but you will have someone assisting you. Unless when you first get there, you might want to go through Airbnb, stay in a couple different Airbnbs before you actually get an agent. Then when you get an agent, the agent's job is to assist you with finding somewhere to stay. So I hope everybody that's here, because I'm going up with the questions. I'm about to go back down. So so everybody that's here, if you're still here, I am going to answer all of y'all questions. Okay, yeah, okay, here we go. I'm going down. I wanted to go up and make sure I answer those questions. Okay, what are the bugs like there? Roaches, spiders. Ain't worried about the nets. Girl, listen. I stayed in an Airbnb. One of the Airbnbs when I got here was infested with roaches. That was a terrible experience. That's why I'm telling y'all. If y'all follow my journey on my page, on my personal page, or on my YouTube, I talk about this. So I ended up staying in a house. I had no idea that it was infested with roaches. And girl, it was infested. It was infested. Worst experience in my life. I never lived with roaches before. I literally had roach PTSD for months. Every time I turned around, I thought a roach was on me. I was just like, it really messed me up. So Yes, they got flying roaches. Okay, yes they do. They got all type of different spiders, and they have like little lizards that you'll find in the house all the time. Now the baby lizards, I let them be, but the big ones, oh, you gotta fucking go. Ha! You are not welcome, honey. Let's see. Mine are more so financial. Mine are more so financial. I think that says Isha 7. What do you mean yours are more so financial? Your worries is financial? Is that what you're saying? So tell me specifically what you mean when you say your worries are financial. Give me more insight on that. The scars that, okay. Money issues, but I have them here, so why not have them elsewhere? Okay, when you say money issues, what type of money issues? Are you having issues saving money? Are you having issues making money? Or are you having issues with like paying bills? Or do you not make enough? Like, what type of money issues? My challenge is online income. You gotta put that content out here. What do you have to share with the people? You gotta put that content out. I am worried about how my children will handle race. Okay, we went over that one with the racism. Hopefully she responded. How do you figure out rent? Okay, we talked about that one. We have questions. I don't think she could see the comments. Oh, goodness. I have a lot. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening. Can you see our questions in the comments? Yep, okay. As a minority, how are you treated there? Sorry if you've already answered this. I joined the live late. No, don't be sorry. It's my job to answer. I'm sharing the information. Don't never apologize for asking questions. Okay, so as a minority, I feel like you're going to feel like the oddball out no matter what. Because majority of the time, I'm always the black person. And I'm like the only black person most of the time when I go places. And I feel like you have to really be secure in who you are. That's some real shit. That's a real feeling. And that's the real advice I can give about that. You have to really know who you are and love yourself. If you a person that's timid and want to walk around like, oh my God, I'm a nigga, I'm black, they're all staring at me. I be popping my shit because I'm a boss. I'm a goddess. I carry myself as such. They gonna stare sometimes. Yes, absolutely. Some of them have never seen people that look like you. You know how many type people I meet, they never seen a black person before? So it's not more so that they're looking at you like, sometimes they are. But most of the times they're looking at you out of curiosity because they never seen people that look like us. They never seen people that look like us. So sometimes they're amazed. Like my kids, a lot of people just be staring at my kids. They not used to seeing little brown black boys. So they'll just be staring at them like looking like, you know. And I get treated nice, but I also have challenges with some of the natives sometimes because they might not want to be nice. And I think that people need to get rid of this stigma that people in Thailand or other people in other countries are just so kind. People are not always fucking kind. Sometimes they're assholes because you got to think about it. You're coming to their country and a lot of times most foreigners don't come and actually come in peace. They come and they start issues. So a lot of people have problems with foreigners. They're not always excited to see us. And that's okay. Those are the ones I don't pay attention to. I keep it moving. But I feel like that's how I handle it. I love me. My gym that I go to, first of all, I dress super sexy at the gym because I like dressing sexy because that's my business. And they all be staring at me. And I be in the corner doing my own thing. I be dancing, hey, feeling good. I'm working out. I live in Thailand. Bitch, life is good. And I be minding my business. I had another foreigner, a European. He came over and he was like, yeah, I see you grooving over here. You're just doing your own thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. I am the show. I bring the show. I already know I'm being stared at and looked at. So fucking what? I think black people, we need to get over that. We need to be okay with people thinking that we are the other. And I'm not just talking to y'all. I had to teach myself this too because I used to be so worried about, oh, they looking at me. They looking at me. We have to understand the power that we have. We have to love our skin. We have to love ourselves. And we have to accept everybody ain't going to like us. But the question is, do you like you? I'll leave it at that. We're here. Not sure if you can see the comments. My grandfather is having a hard time with the language barrier. He's in Ecuador. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. He should probably get, like, someone that can translate for him. Because I'm sure he probably don't want to learn the language. Going to Canada, and I am in Nigeria. You say you in Nigeria, you going to Canada? Oh, Canada cold, baby. You ready to swamp that out for Canada? What did it say? IG has been messed up. Oh, IG has been messed up when it comes to comments. Yeah, my comments are normally pretty good. Like, I don't know what's going on with them tonight. What is expensive? Was it expensive to move and live there? No, it was not. I sold everything before I left, okay? I sold everything. And I've always been a person that had me a little money, all right? I never just been flat out broke, all right? And I always had a little cheese, a little something. I always had something going on, all right? I always been a hustler too. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. So when I decided to move, I just saved everything I had. All the money I was making, I saved. And I put it towards me leaving. Okay, so our plane tickets was about almost, $3 bands? Because I got 3 kids, and it is me. So our plane tickets was about almost 3 bands. And then when I got here, I stayed in Airbnbs. So my first Airbnb was like $900. My second one was like $1,700 because I stayed in that one longer. And then I think my other Airbnb was like $700 something. It's like $700 and something. So that's how I did that. And then with the food, I just paid out of pocket. I spent a lot of money on food, y'all, because I got 3 boys, all right? My kids can eat, and they like food. They like cooked meals, too. So I spent a lot of money on food. And then now I have a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom home, and I paid $1,100 USD. My water bill is about like 20 something. My electricity bill is a little high for Thailand, but it's okay. Only because I got 5 bedrooms. So I got like 6 ACs, right? 6 air conditioners. So if they're running, they cost. So that bill is about like $170. I'm paying about like $30 a month for my phone. So it's not too expensive. It's definitely doable, and it's cheaper than I was paying in America. So, I mean, shit, I don't have no problems. I want to move to, I missed it. What was said? A lot was said, love. I want to move to Thailand, but not sure how my 10-year-old daughter will take it, because my fiance is from Thailand, and I am just tired of the U.S. I think the kids go based off their parents. If your children can see that you're adjusting pretty good, they follow. Yes, my worries. How to create consistent income. Okay, so the first things first. What are you good at? What do you love to do? You need to be getting a piece of paper out and comparing that. What you good at, what you love to do. You need to be taking what you're good at and what you love to do and combining them and figuring out some type of virtual business that you can do from your phone or from your laptop anywhere in the world. Anything can be turned into a virtual business or a virtual income. Anything. You tell me some things and I can tell you how you can turn that into a virtual business, okay? Very easy. I have a good amount saved up, but I need to continue to bring in more. Yeah, but don't get your brain, don't put so much emphasis on bringing in more and more and more and more and more, because in your mind, you will always feel like you never have enough, and that's going to hold you back. It's just the American mentality, right? How are the medical expenses and how to prepare if you need to go to the doctor and do other countries like the U.S. allow you to have a primary care doctor, or is that just offered? Yeah, you can have a primary care doctor here. And as far as medical expenses, I haven't done anything yet but just the dentist. We haven't, I'm looking for an OBG right now. But here it's very easy to get health care. Okay? Just have you some money. Or if you want to be safe, you can get you some expat medical insurance. But if you need to go to the doctor, y'all, it's not expensive. You're not going to spend a whole lot of money. So my son, We took him to the dentist the other day for a checkup because he was having some tooth pain. $13. His appointment was $13, okay? It was $13. Again, $13. Wealthy and rich rising. I'm late, but here. Hope you're feeling better this week. Thank you, love. I am. I'm feeling really good this week. I'm feeling really good. And the same to you. I hope you have a beautiful day. I appreciate it. Where do you stay? I stay in Chiang Mai, Thailand. It's really cheap there. I'm trying to figure out where I want to stay. Listen, the world is big. It's 195 countries, all right? You're giving a Chicago vibe. Is that where you're from? No, I'm from Detroit. Chicago is my cousin. Chicago is our cousins, okay? That's why you feeling that Chicago vibe, because that's right next door to where I'm from. I'm from Detroit though. How do you plan? Wait. How do you plan your savings? Financial finances? How much time did you give yourself from your decision to landing? Okay, I gave myself 1 year. And in that year, I worked my ass off. And I ain't talking about money. I'm talking about I stayed in the gym. I prayed. I meditated. I planned. I made a vision board of all 3 countries that I decided to go to. I researched all 3 countries and I wrote down all the details that I needed to know about each country. And every night before I went to bed, I read these. And I was trying to decide on which one best resonated with me. I prayed every day. I said, God, give me a sign on where I should go. And I also use astrocartography, okay? So astrocartography is a form of astrology. We call it location astrology. It just helps you find the most aligned places based off the stars. So I use all those things, and that's how I planned. It took me 1 year, literally 1, okay? And how did I plan for savings? Everything I was making and all the money that I was getting, I was just putting it to the side. I don't care if it's $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100. All the money that I was getting, I was saving it. I downsized completely. I started selling everything. I started getting rid of everything. A lot of this helped me save and added to me putting up money to the side. So I started downsizing, minimizing, because as Americans, we are the biggest consumers in the world. A lot of the shit y'all got, y'all don't need. If you know you want to eventually move abroad, start downsizing right now today. Okay. What do you think is a decent amount of money to have to move there? Are you by yourself or you got kids? Hey. Wait, what? Hey, stop ticking, but I love your family. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Bless, Empress, in your opinion, is Thailand a good place for a plant-based chef? Okay, I will start by saying this. Thailand is a heavy pork country. They got some plant-based options and things. I'm not gonna say they don't, they do. But this is a very heavy pork eating country. Okay? So, yes. My answer to that is yes. But I did want you to be aware that this is a heavy pork eating country. But you can always find alternatives. You can always find fresh fruits. You can always find herbs. And you just have to improvise. That's it. I think it'll be beautiful for you though. Honestly. How do I book a call with you to see what location is best for me? I forgot the term. Astrocartography. The link is in my bio. You will book it. Please, when y'all book, read the descriptions. Read the descriptions. Please, because that tells y'all the process. So when you book it, my assistant is going to contact you and she's going to set up. Okay, sorry. I was just thinking about a meeting I had. My assistant is going to contact you and she's going to set up a meeting. Okay? My assistant is going to set everything up. She'll be in contact with you and, you know, you can ask all of the questions that you need to ask her. She'll answer them. And then she'll share the information with me. Sorry, y'all. I just thought about a meeting that I had. Give me 1 second. Oh, my meeting is tomorrow. Okay. And I'm going to message my client as soon as I get off of this live. I'm going to message her. Okay. I want to bring my entire family. Do you know how I can bring my mom? She's retired. Your mom, just bring her. She'll just have to be on a retirement visa. You'll have to get a retirement visa, but just bring her. Yep, bring her. And then remember, she's gonna have to have her own visa, but you can get her a retirement visa and just make sure that you guys follow the expectations, the protocol for the retirement visa. And the retirement visa is one of the easier ones. Is it wise? Hold on. Is it wise to have a few virtual businesses and ideas in case one doesn't work out? Yes, absolutely. Always have multiple streams of income. Don't ever stick to one thing, especially if you talented. No, hell. I don't know who that is calling me. Who is that? Why would they be FaceTiming me? Oh, I know who that is. That's my girl. She calling me. Damn. I'm going to have to call her back. Is it wise to have a few virtual... Okay, we already did that. Also, how much should I come with as a single mom of a 4-year-old? I would say a few thousand. And I think that you should also have some money saved and also be doing something with work. Have your virtual job set up. If you do not have a virtual job, have a business. And be making money consistently. Go full throttle with content. You know how many people want to see single moms live and travel abroad? Start sharing your journey. You need to be making your first video. Hi, my name is such and such. Me and my 4-year-old are moving out the country. This is our journey. Please follow and support us. Make you a YouTube channel today, right now. Okay? Make you a YouTube channel. Put your first video on TikTok. Keep getting people to go to your YouTube because your YouTube is going to pay you one day. You're going to start making money from YouTube. When you hit a certain amount of views, the money begins. So you need to start monetizing your life right now before you even go. Start telling people about your journey right now while you and your baby is in the transition. Start sharing your story. Hey, I'm such and such. I decided to move abroad. Here's my story. You guys should follow my journey. Right now we're packing. Right now we're doing this. Right now I'm trying to decide where I want to fucking go. If you guys have any thoughts, give me the information. This is how you start interacting and building your own community online. You got to be doing stuff like this. Getting on live, making videos, speaking out, telling people what your goals is, asking them questions. Hey, what else would you guys like to see about me? You need to be getting deep in with your content. Start building up your life and your content before you even leave, because you're setting yourself up for greatness. Eventually, these platforms going to start paying you. Eventually, you're going to be able to sell something. All of the haters that want to talk against, oh, don't sell an ebook. Them some fucking haters. They just mad because they can't sell an ebook. Because I bet you, if you put an ebook out that talks about you moving abroad with your 4-year-old baby and how you overcame obstacles and how you were scared but you still pushed through, I bet you people gonna support you and want to buy your shit. Bam. There we go. So start monetizing. Start putting yourself out there. Do you miss fall and winter? No, I do not. I do not miss fall and winter at all. What sign are you? I'm a Taurus. Yes, astrolocate. Yes, it's astrocartography. Yep, I'm a Taurus, a big bull. I'm retired, so I have a steady income and thinking about moving to the Barbados, Thailand, and Africa. I think you should travel and do a scouting trip to all three. See, you got an advantage. You have an advantage. Book a scouting trip to all three and then decide on which one you like the most. Okay? Oh, by yourself? Yeah, like a few thousand. Like, you really don't. This the thing, y'all. As long as you manage your money properly, you can do it. Especially if you single and no kids. All you got to do is manage your money properly. That's it. That's all. How long did it take you to actually prepare and move abroad? 1 year? Yes, I was a professional home organizer and help people declutter often. I'm such a minimalist because of it. LOL. but I'm a quality minimalist. The Sam, is it the Sam? I think it's the Sam. But you're welcome, love. I just want to say that you are so welcome. Yendika, Yendika. That means you're welcome in Thai. Is it hard to open a bank account, or do you still keep open a U.S. bank account? I'm not getting rid of my U.S. account, and I don't recommend that. Do your research on opening up bank accounts, because I wanted to open up one, but I decided that that's not the most important thing right now, and that I'm not gonna do it right now. If I feel led to do it, I will, but I don't feel led to do it right now. I just use Wise for all my like big transactions. But I keep my American account because you need your American account. Well, I don't want y'all to think that you're just going to get rid of all your American shit. No. You're going to keep your American bank account too. You need that. You definitely need it. I love your Detroit accent. Thank you so much. Gratitude, love. It's 5,000 USD a month enough to live for $1? Absolutely. Stretch. Stop playing. That's more than enough. You good. If that's what you got going on, you good. You secure. You're very secure. You're good. That's perfect. Yes, you're amazing. Thank you for sharing this information. My pleasure. Thank you so much, Empress. My pleasure, my pleasure. So, I am a Taurus too. Period, gang, gang, chief. I am a Taurus. I'm from Chicago. Your next door neighbor. Yes, you are. Hey, neighbor. Steady. Would like to travel out too, but I am on dialysis. Okay, take your time. Take your time. Start getting them herbs in your body. Get your health together. And when you get your health together, which you will, okay? Pray. Get your health in order. Eat right. Eat clean. Do everything you need to do. And when you get back better, you take you a trip. You deserve it. And I'm sending you many blessings and healing energy, love. I knew it was something. Big Taurus energy. Okay, period. Taurus, stand up. Yes, y'all know we don't play. We like that for real. Yes, and I also took I don't. The screen was going so fast. Damn. Yes, it also took us a year to move. Family of 4. Wow, I love it. Congrats. I be loving to see my families because this is not easy, baby. This is not easy. How long did it take you to adjust? Girl, I'm still adjusting. I'm almost 6 months in. But I would say once I started getting familiar with how to move around the city and grocery shop, that was when I really started adjusting. And then it was my house. Like the house that I'm in, I'm so blessed to have this home. That's when it really clicked. And I was like, okay, I'm comfortable. Because, your house is like your temple. Thank you so much. I'm ready to retire. I'm ready for you to retire too. Retire early. I'm 35, no kids, and I have a 40K saved, but no income currently. Should I get a steady income before planning to move out of the country? I'm not going to say get a steady income. I would say create one. What is it that you like to do? Are you open to content? If you open to content, start creating content. Y'all, content creators and influencers is the new celebrities. All you got to do is have a following. And not even a big following. It could be 500 people, but it could be 500 loyal people that's going to support what you do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be a million. A tribe is a tribe. Supporters is supporters. You're welcome, love. Thank you for answering all my questions and for going live. You provided some great information. My pleasure. Okay, so I'm going to head out. I love y'all so much. I'm going to see y'all next Thursday on our next live stream. My hair kind of itchy. That's why I keep doing this. I need to spray it, moisturize it, and wrap it up for tonight. But I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all next Thursday on our next live stream. Can y'all see my heart? How do you manage the language barrier? Do a lot of people speak English? I speak a little Thai. Sawadee ka, Kap Kung Ka, Yindi Ka, Elroy Ma, Chan Chu, Ili, Chan Maijak, America, Lao Put Pasatai, Dai Nit Noi Ka. I speak a little Thai, girl, so I'm good. I'm good. So that's how I deal with the language barriers. I'm learning Thai, so I'm getting through. Yep, so that's how I deal with it. I just learned the language. I think it's very important to learn the language, at least the basics. But I love y'all. I love what I do. I'm so passionate about this. And I love doing what I do. Like, I can't even begin to tell y'all how much I love this. I feel like I am living in my calling. I wouldn't want to do anything else in the world, okay? I'm really passionate about this, and I'm working so hard to bring you guys the best of the best. I thank you to everybody that continuously support me and reciprocate my energy and my passion for life abroad. So I will see y'all next Thursday. Peace. Good night, love. Nobody